just for today, we could try to be a little lighthearted and just laugh about a few things. So, first things first. I am obviously in a coat and a hat because it is fucking cold. Yesterday, I was filming in a tank top. So in case you're wondering, where the fuck is this woman at that she just can dress in a tank top one day and a coat in another? North Carolina. Fucking North Carolina. This is our weather. One day you're in a bikini and shorts, the next day you're in a fucking snowsuit. That's beside, that has nothing to do with the video. Before we get into it though, there is something that, I gotta get comfy. You'd think I would do that before I hit the record button, and I'm not a professional. I'm not actually a YouTuber, in case you didn't know. Sorry. I'm in a fun mood today. It's gonna be a better day, I hope. But before we get into the lighthearted picking on Katie and all the stupidity, I just want to say, shit got real deep yesterday. And I didn't know it until later on yesterday evening because I don't stay on the Twitter. I don't stay on everything like I used to. So there were accounts making death threats that were threatening to dox people, that were doing a lot of fucked up shit. And in my video, I did talk about it last night, but I wanted to come back and say, I said in my video, I wouldn't put it past Katie because we don't know if Katie sent people to do this, if she had anything to do with it, or if these were just people that were trying to fuck with one side or the other, or both. So I said that I wouldn't put it past her. And I mean that. I still wouldn't put it past her. If it came out today that it was all Katie, I'd be like, okay, makes sense. But if it's not, if this really is just somebody fucking with the lawyers, fucking with both sides, or even trying to help, you're not fucking helping. And no matter what the motivation was or who this was, it's never okay to send people death threats, to threaten to dox them, to bring any of this shit into real life. This is fucking YouTube, okay? I get on here, I love to have fun and talk to you guys. Some topics are serious, some days are like today where I just want to laugh and have a good time. It doesn't matter who you are, what part of the world you're in, what kind of creator it is. It's never, ever, ever okay to do shit like that. And yesterday was just it was just too much. That should not happen. Not to witnesses in the case that are just trying to say, hey, this happened or this didn't. Again, Emily D. Baker, she is a wife, a mother. She should not have to worry about the protection of her family because of covering shit on YouTube. Michael Saltz is an attorney. He was just hired to do his job, and that's what he's doing. He also has a wife and family. So he doesn't deserve to be attacked for any reason. And Katie Joy is a wife and a mother. So no matter what she does that pisses us off, she does not deserve to have to worry about the safety of her family. I know I pretty much said that in a video last night, but I wanted to be... I wanted to say it again. It really got to me seeing that shit last night because it's like, I've seen things happen in the past. I've seen people be doxxed and I've always been, upset by it or against it. But now that I'm putting myself on YouTube, it kind of hits a different way because I have a kid, I have shit to protect. And it's not right. Ready to get into the fun? I sure am. I just need a moment to laugh at all the stupid. There's so much stupid. Because even with all of this going on, Katie she just does the Katie things. So you may or may not find this funny because I've covered both of these creators and they were actually beefing like a week ago. So I covered that. But I was actually watching these two creators, and this is why I'm making this video. So I watched BX Beast Boy and his video covering Katie's live stream, and where she was talking about Trisha Paytas. And then as soon as I got done watching it, what was recommended? Radiant Brit's video reacting to the same motherfucking live stream. And I was like, bruh. You know, because look, I didn't even take the time to look, but I was sure that Katie's probably already deleted that one too. Like, whatever. I had seen it twice by watching both of those videos. Lord, why is it every time I get excited and I'm making a video and I'm all like happy and energetic, I just can't talk. Words get jumbled up and I wish I could edit for y'all's sake. I'm gonna try to learn. Also, side note, I just bought a actual phone holder stand, a mini ring light. I don't know if that's worth a shit, but we're gonna try it. I mean, I thought it was cool. And a microphone to hopefully help with the sound situation. And I got a computer, which is a huge investment for my broke ass. So we're investing in this channel. I want to be able to make shit better for y'all. I don't want to change how I do things because I really like doing this in the old school YouTube way. Just me, my camera, sitting in my car, talking the shit, you know? And I don't want that to change, but if I can help with like sound quality or, you know, being able to edit my stupidity out of my own videos, that would be great. And it would probably be a lot easier for y'all to consume. So keeping that in mind, I'm not changing who I am or how I run my channel or what I choose to do. Like, it's still going to be in the car or on the bedroom floor talking the shit. That was a whole thing. I'm sorry. Back to the stupid. So in this live stream, it is meant to be, or I guess it was supposed, let's be real, it was never meant to be about Trisha Paytas. It was meant to be about Katie, and she sure made it about her. So she gets on there, and she's saying, this is why I enjoy this, because it gives me a little giggle, you know? Just a little like, oh, you're so stupid. Katie claims that she is a scapegoat somehow for all the shit that Jeffree Star's done. Like, that Jeffree Star is to blame for what is happening to her. It's his fault. It was basically like, well, don't y'all know that Jeffree Star is this horrible, vile person? You know that Jeffree Star is this horrible person, right? Well, it's his fault. No. I can't. Oh my God. Where does she pull this shit from? Like, where does it come from? Does Katie Joy lay in bed at night and go, oh, how am I, who else can I blame for my problems? Because they can't be hers. They just can't. So I'm assuming that she was alluding to the fact that the Tati shit was because of Bye Sister, which supposedly was all orchestrated by Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. I don't really know. I mean, the reach is just like, oh, it's out there. And I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. But she uses the word scapegoat several fucking times. Throughout the live stream, she talks a bit about Trisha Paytas and how she knows exactly what she's going through. I mean, Trisha gets canceled and Katie gets canceled. And it just sucks to be canceled. All these people coming at you, coming after you. Now, I've already said I'm not going to continue to talk to Katie through my videos because it doesn't do any good. So we're just going to conversate here. Everyone has tried to tell Katie, if you stop making videos, if you stop saying stupid shit, people will stop attacking you. And I have to say attacking because that's the only way she would understand it. We know it's not an attack, but she, in her brain, I don't understand words. I don't have words. Where does she get this shit from? Jeffree Star is to blame for her fucking problems. She relates to Trisha Paytas because they're both canceled. What? Which, before I get into the rest of the shit she said, because some of it really did piss me off, and you know how I get, or at least most of you do, I do want to say, because this isn't like enough for me to make a video about, but the shit that happened with Trisha Paytas was so fucked up. We've seen Trisha do some fucked up shit. We've seen her troll. We've seen her just do shit that was really wrong. But we've all seen Trisha over the years and her meltdowns and things. This was the one time that we all watched her video and was like, holy shit, she's genuinely hurt. Like, this is really Trisha and her feelings. The Jay hair dude, wig guy, fucking, who gives a shit? That guy was an asshole. And then when he come back to apologize, he was like, well, it was just supposed to be a stream that wasn't going to be seen by that many people. Okay, if you have to say I didn't expect that many people to see it, you're not apologizing for what you did. Just shut the fuck up. But what happened to Trisha was wrong, and I can imagine it is extremely hurtful for her to not have Shane or Rylan take up for her, because we've seen it. If you've been on YouTube around this group for any amount of time, you know that they're friends, so I'm sure it sucks. I do feel for Trisha. But back to Katie. Comparing herself to Trisha Paytas is insane. It's not the same in the least bit, first of all. Like, at all. You're not like Trisha Paytas, Katie. You did the shit to your damn self. You fucked yourself. It's just not the same. And Jeffree Star isn't to blame. And I don't like Jeffree Star. Before I say anything else, let me make that clear. And I'm pretty sure everyone understands, because everyone I've heard so far is like, I'm not taking up for Jeffree Star, but she cannot blame this on him. Like, he does his own shit. You did your own shit. Own your shit. But the biggest point that I wanted to get to in this video, which I do have one other thing to say before I get into the seriousness. In the midst of this stream, Tipster, who is another commentary channel, who has not been talking about Katie, but Katie has been talking about him since last week. She has put him in this list of, like, all these people attacking her, and all this group of people that's just after her to ruin her. He has been mentioned several times. So Tipster comes into her live, pays her money in a super chat to ask her, hey, why have you been, bringing me up? And this bitch has the nerve to be like, did I mention you tonight? No? Okay, well, you're blocked. What? Dude just paid you, first of all. And don't get me wrong, there are hateful-ass people who will pay to leave hateful-ass comments. Tipster did not say anything hateful. It was just like, yo, you've been saying my name. What's up? Like, what's good? He was very polite. He paid the money. He asked a legitimate question. And her response was, well, I didn't talk about him tonight. And then she was like, oh, I don't know about everyone else, but oh my God, it's so fucking frustrating to watch Katie get so excited about the drama and the bullshit. You see the little smirk on her face as soon as she got rid of him. Because there was another comment earlier in the stream that asked her about her victim card. And she was like, what about your asshole card? You're blocked. And just the shit-eating fucking grin on her face pisses me off. Like, I hate that face. I hate it. So when she blocks Tipster, she's like, well, did I say his name, y'all? Have I said his name tonight? Did I say his name? And of course, none of her people are going to be like, well, you were talking constantly a couple days ago. Everybody's like, no, you didn't say his name tonight. And she's like, yeah, I know. I told you, this group of people, they're just after me. Which is exactly what Tipster was saying you were saying. He was basically like, yo, what's up? Why are you saying that, And then she blocks him and is like, I didn't speak of him tonight, but he's in that group of people that I was talking about a couple days ago. Bruh, what in the actual fuck? And then she tells Tipster, if you got a problem with anybody, you need to take it up with BMX Boy. That's exactly what the fuck. She says it 3 times. Can you see my fingers? 3 times. BMX Boy. She's doing the shit on purpose. If you don't want the shit, brought to your doorstep. Don't throw shit out in the street. Anyway, it was crazy. But she tells Tipster, even though she had just kicked him off, she was like, well, if you have a problem, you need to talk to BMX Boy because he told me you were a troll. Which never happened. It never fucking happened. She literally sits on her stream and lies through her fucking teeth. I wasn't talking about Tipster. As if you don't remember talking about him all week last week. Well, BMX Boy told me you were a troll. Knowing that didn't fucking happen. Lying through her motherfucking teeth. And grinning the whole time. Because she enjoys this shit. That's why I don't have a problem covering Katie. At first I was like, I'm only going to do it in a very, equal and fair way. I'm going to try to give advice. I'm going to try to be kind. That shit went out the window the other day. When she did the shit. I have a video about it. Something about I'm so done with Katie. I was fed up. But this is why I don't have a problem covering her now. Even though I'm straight up saying, she's a smart ass, she's stupid, she's a bitch. I don't have a problem covering her because she loves this shit. She loves the fact that there are channels that go out and really do hate on her and make money off her name. Because then it makes her feel important. They're making all this money off my name. Whatever, Katie. What the fuck ever. There are plenty of channels out here who have tried to help this woman, even if they disagree with her, even if they don't like the shit she says and does. We have all stood up and said, hey, you're only hurting yourself, and she does not care. And that shit-eating grin is just proof to me, personally, my opinion, that she fucking loves this shit. She eats it the hell up. And that makes me sick. It really does. Like, I can't imagine wanting to be hated on. And then it's like she gets like this joy out of shit being said and started about her, so that when her supporters are like, oh no, Katie, how could they do this to you? You're so nice. She's like, yeah, I know. But you start the shit. Anyway, we all know that that's how this works. I needed to get that out. It's been on my mind heavy. So the last thing I wanted to mention, and this I know doesn't cover everything in the stream, but these were just the points that I wanted to cover. Because there's so much. I mean, an hour or two at Katie, you've got fucking days worth of content if you wanted it. I'm not trying to do all that. But anyway. So she was talking about some of the heat and the hate and the whatever that Trisha Paytas receives. And she's like, well, everybody just believed this Dissociated and, what she said. And don't y'all know Dissociated is just faking it? Now, this pisses me off a lot. Because I've watched Dissociated. Now, personally, I didn't stick with that channel. I watched it a bit. But I watched a lot of other channels of people with DID. And what's the one that I love so much? Oh man, I cannot think of it right now. But anyway, it doesn't matter. There's another one that I absolutely adore and love and care for, and their system puts out videos and they're really educational. And Katie goes in on Dissociated talking about, how dare you get on here and tell people you're not a doctor, you're not qualified to tell people what it's like to have DID, and but then she goes on to say, well, anyone knows that people with DID, they have amnesia and they don't even know they have DID, so Dissociated is a liar. The fact that she switches on camera is so phony. Okay. Huge fucking problem with this. Huge fucking problem. I don't care, because I've seen channels where shit like that looked a little shady, okay? There are people out here that talk about that. But my issue is, and BX Beast Boy, I'll give him the credit for this, he pointed this out, she's stating it as a fact, that they are fake. That channel is fake. They are lying. This isn't real. Because her medical explanation, because anyone with DID would have full amnesia and would not be aware of any of the other alters, which is absolute bullshit. Now, I am not a doctor, but I've learned a lot, okay? From my understanding, you can take it for what you want. Yes, in the beginning, most people do lose time. They don't know that they have alters right away. Most people in this situation. But there comes a time, or sometimes they find out, or whatever. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. My point is, it's 100%, 1000% possible to know you have alters, to communicate with those alters, to have an inner world where you can have those alters have conversations. This is all very possible and scientifically proven. It happens. And the channels that I've watched, and I've watched these channels for years, okay? They do an amazing job of explaining it. I'll make sure I link them below, just so that y'all can understand what I'm talking about. And the point is, Katie's not a fucking doctor. She said that dissociated, a person who has this, is not qualified to talk about it because they're not a doctor. But Dr. Katie over here is like, no, this is fake, this is not real, and stating it as a fact, which is bullshit. And even beyond that, if someone is on YouTube and they are saying, here I am, I have DID, this is what I, whatever. It is way more harmful to that community to say that you think someone's faking it than just keep your mouth shut. That only hurts. It really does. If anyone has the right to say, I see a problem with this, I don't think this is correct, leave that to that community. At the very least, just leave it to them. I mean, I don't know what the best way to be handling that type of situation, if you really did think that someone was faking DID or whatever, or any disorder. I can't tell you or advise you how to deal with it. But what I can say is that I don't think that someone who has no fucking idea what they're talking about should be talking about a channel over here and saying that this person is lying and faking something that serious. And then her other comment was, well, when Trisha talks about her memory loss, you can tell she really doesn't remember. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you actually trying to say, Katie? Because that makes no fucking sense. No fucking sense. So that part really pissed me off. And it went on. I mean, she just kept saying that this dissociative was just fake, phony, full of shit. And that's such a fucked up thing to say. Whether any of you have, if you've seen it or not, whether you believe dissociated or not, because like I said, there have been people who have their own theories, who have criticized the switching on camera, because a lot of these people that have these types of channels don't normally switch on camera, and those who have may not look the same as what dissociates does, and just shit. It's a whole bunch of shit, but that's for that community. But what I wanted to say was, we should not be out here saying that people are faking a condition or whatever. I don't think that's right. I don't think Katie has any motherfucking room to talk about any of this shit. And it really pissed me off that she went that far to, what? To kiss Trisha Paytas's ass? Like, why? Why now? Why that? Why? Just shut the fuck up, Katie. Stop. Anyway, some other key points, or one other, this is the only one I'm going to touch on because this video is getting quite long. Last thing I wanted to mention was, she does basically throughout the entire video pretty much bash all men and male creators. It's just like, well, this is a woman thing, and men are shit, or male creators they all do this. You'd have to watch it, but it's just disgusting. Male creators are not going after Katie to try to shut her down. Or, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Not only male creators. all of us females feel the same way as any of those male creators saying the same shit about you, Katie. There's many of us out here. And I think it's so crazy that she's all about, empowering women, supporting women, but she goes after women. Sherelle's World, that was the one I forgot in my video the other day that she mass flagged. Little Red, that she mass flagged. Emily D. Baker, that she attacked on Twitter. Tati Westbrook, who she's being sued for lying on. What's up, Katie? What's up with that shit? I'm just saying. You go after people normally fairly equally, because there's a list of men too. But to say you support and empower women, it doesn't seem like it at all. And now the sun is, wow, that came up real quick, did it not? It did. And I've been talking for 25 minutes, I'm sorry, y'all. Those were just the points that I wanted to, trying to block it. Oh, yeah, my big head can block the sun. See, my big head's useful. Anyway, excuse me. I just wanted to make like I said, it's more of a lighthearted video compared to what we were dealing with yesterday. Yesterday was really serious. Shit was just taken way too far, and that's just not okay. It's really not. I'm really hoping that the witnesses, whoever they are okay. I hope that Emily Baker is okay. I hope Michael Saltz is okay. And I do hope Katie is okay. If this was anything directed at her or nothing, if it had nothing to do with her, I hope she's okay. Like, for real. Well, even though I just spent the 26 minutes talking shit, I don't want anything bad to happen to her or her family. I don't want to see her get doxxed again. Death threats are not okay no matter who they're to or where they're coming from. So on a serious note, I really do hope that everyone that was involved with that shit yesterday is doing okay, and that shit can be, put to a stop and done and over with. As far as KJ's stupidity, though, unfortunately, I don't think we've seen the last of it. Not by a long shot. So, hope you're having a good day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.